What's going on, everyone? We're going to do a little bit of macro analysis on the Nasdaq 100 as it looks like we are en route to a dead cat bounce. Now, does that mean that the selling is over? Absolutely not. We can definitely put in new lows. Myself personally, I'm not a bear, but I am still expecting one more final capitulation low before the market finally starts to turn around. Now, I think things are moving in a good direction. I think that, we are on pace to, finish green overall across the board by the end of the year. I do not think that we're going to go into a year-long bear market. I think there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of uncertainty that is going on right now. I do think we are getting closer to, you seeing some type of rate cut that is going to put a lot of money back into these markets on some of these risk on assets. So when you look at the Nasdaq 100 and you kind of look at what we're doing, we've got a lot going on this chart. We are looking at a daily time frame. Again, we do have rollover, so my prices might be a little off to you. However, the charts are going to be the same. Okay, so right now, currently, it is St. Patrick's Day. It's March the 17th. We're trading at prices of 20,008. Okay, and what I'm looking at here, you're going to see a little bit of a gap up. This is due to kind of the split in some of those contracts being from some people still on the March contracts. But if you kind of look at this low, we've got a definitive double bottom here. We've got a little bit of a gap up over Friday's highs on this chart, and we are reclaiming the 10 SMA. So we do have a little bit of room to kind of push. Now, again, on this chart, it is going to show a little bit of a gap. Do gaps need to get filled? Not absolutely, but a lot of times they do. But again, this is kind of like an artificially made gap just due to some of the contracts being rolled over. And if you look at it, even if we were to pull back, 19,588 would be the pullback zone from this particular area. That could still hold and you could still continue to push higher. If we were looking for where this, dead cat bounce can stop, because this is the first dead cat bounce that we've had in about a month-long sell cycle, which we are still in a sell cycle. We're still below the 50 SMA. We're still below the 200 SMA. The price action is definitely still bearish on the pullbacks. However, you will see these little bit of bounces from day to day and intraday time frame to time frame. So what I'm looking at here is we can potentially be looking to bounce into 20,244 all the way up to 20,400. Now, if we do get a bounce into 20,240 or 20,400, that's where I would look for some consolidation to see if the sellers are going to re-step back in and they're going to push us back down. So as long as we are trading over the 5 and over the 10 SMA, you can still lean into, okay, not completely trust in sell the wife and the kids and saying that, hey, that's the generational low and everything's just going to make all-time highs from here. But you can definitely lean into a little bit more of your longer sided plays until we get into 20,240 and 20,400. Once we get into those areas, you want to take a little bit of risk off and you want to be a little bit more cautious and see if we're going to consolidate in these areas and actually reclaim the 200 SMA, or we're going to start to punch back down. And obviously, if we were to lose prices of 19,124, I have price targets 17.5 and 18,000 as the potential landing spot, which would all in all take us down close to 20% across the board on the Nasdaq 100. Now, again, many names inside the Nasdaq 100 are down 30, 40, 50%. Take names like Tesla, Nvidia, AMD. Some of these names have been drastically in their own bear market, but collectively for the Nasdaq 100, you still have some stragglers. If you are looking to short, what I would look to do on those names in the Nasdaq 100 is find the names that are trading around or just barely losing their 50 SMA. If there's some names that are trading around or barely losing the 50 SMA, those could be the next ones to fall first. And you can see some of the names that have been drastically trading underneath their 50 SMA. Those be the first ones that start to rally and turn around. Hope this gives you guys a little bit of context. If you guys do want to trade with myself and the team at Evolution Traders, you guys can definitely join the Discord and community. You're going to get access to a lot of the content and the coursework that I have in there for strategies on trading Nasdaq futures and how I'm scalping these markets on a day in and day out basis. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.